champion. Down in the category. Let's go down. Okay, now you hard, baby.
Welcome to the recap. Gervonta Tank Davis destroys Ryan Garcia. Stop it! And I'm K9 Cornelius Bundrich, and I got my main man, Tayon, in the building. What's up, my dog?
What's good? What up, though?
Oh, man, what's happening, man? You said that Ryan Garcia was going to win.
Wait a minute.
Stop it!
Wait a minute.
Okay.
That's how we start, K9?
No. I had to come back with something to say. Stop it! Oh man. Oh no. You was rolling with Tank, right?
Yeah. I thought Tank would get him late.
Okay. And was you surprised on how he beat him though?
Oh man. No, I'm not. I beating him with I thought he would catch him with a left. You know what I mean? Uppercut or a left hook, because Ryan has been susceptible to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the body shot, I can't say I would have called that at all.
Okay. What you think?
Yeah.
It was very unexpected. Ryan Garcia, I think he should have took a tune-up.
I don't know if there's anything Ryan can do to do better than what he did.
Okay.
To be honest, I'm a bigger Ryan Garcia fan today than I was 24 hours ago. I think I got a little bit more respect for him than I did 24. Not that I did not respect him. You know what I mean? But he showed himself well. I don't think he takes a step back. I think his career can keep going up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even in defeat.
Okay.
He brought the fight to Tank, man.
He did.
Brought the fight to him. And it was tailor-made for Tank.
Yeah, that's true. I just really feel like if he would have took a tune-up, remember, he was throwing one jab instead of two jabs, instead of three jabs, because he was falling up short. And I think if he'd have took that tune-up, that one jab would have probably landed. He couldn't get his feet set. He couldn't get his timing. And I think it was a rust. Ryan ain't fought in over a year. Tank just fought.
Yeah.
Along with the rehydration clause.
Help me understand you from being a boxer and stuff like
All right.
that, man.
Okay.
From a layman's standpoint, I to an extent understand how difficult cutting weight could be, right? But the rehydration. Help me understand that how much would he typically rehydrate to, and how much does that 10 pounds? Because he say he walk around at about 154. How much does that 10 pounds really hurt?
He say he walk around at 154, but come on, man, he just didn't want people to think that he was gonna be starving to try to make the weight. He walk around way bigger than 154. I mean, come on, man, because just think about it. I fought in Seattle against Walter Wright. Now, this is the first time ever that I fought in a pro fight that we had to actually weigh in the same day of the fight. I couldn't believe it. But thank God, though, I had fought 2-3 fights in a row, so I was ring sharp. See, when you get all that going against you, along with a opponent with more experience than you, you need to be sharp. And one way of being sharp is fighting regularly. I fought 2-3 fights, so I was able to still win against a guy that was better, that was more experienced than me. If Ryan would have got a tune-up, even though Tank was better than him, I never took that away from Tank, but style-wise, I just think that Ryan Garcia had the tools to beat Tank Davis, kind of like Roy Jones got beat by Antonio Tarver, and like Buster Douglas beat Mike Tyson. But he dropped the ball at the very last minute, but not taking a tune-up. That's just my opinion. That's my opinion.
That makes sense, because I didn't even think of that. That didn't even cross my mind.
Appreciate you, my dog.
Yeah. Even for a young guy like that, though, man, 24-year-old, does it not matter with age or?
No. I can't say this. I still thought Ryan still had a good chance, even though he dropped the ball because of being young, being real young. You know, as you get older and you make them same mistakes, it's gonna cost you more. Now, if Ryan was 30 and did the same thing, he'd have got knocked out in the first, second, third round. Being that he was younger, he was able to survive longer. He was still a lot sharper than he would have been if he was 30 years old. The older you get, the less mistakes you can afford to make. And you know, that it still cost him because he's not the better fighter. I never thought he was the better fighter, but he just had them long arms and he had a great left hook. And then at the same time, he had a very experienced trainer. I think that Goosen should have put his foot down a lot more. I think he dropped the ball more than Ryan Garcia.
Okay. Yeah.
Because he did not prepare Ryan at all.
He had some good moments in that fight too, man.
Yeah.
That I thought he could have capitalized on, man. But was it just me or just looked like he just threw caution to the wind, like forget it?
He did. He said forget it. He started trying to rough him up, and that was one of my keys to the victory. Don't make it a pretty fight. Make it ugly.
Yeah.
You the bigger dude.
He did. He tried to do that.
He tried to. Yep. But he was forced into that.
He left himself open though.
He did. Yes, he did. And that's when he got in there. What'd you say? What now?
That first one he got caught with was vicious.
Oh yeah, it was. But that was that fight he took that Ryan didn't take. I'm telling you it plays a big part. Being sharp, fighting back to back. He should have postponed the fight, you know, and maybe Ryan Garcia, you know, would have, you know, had a better chance because think about it. If he'd have postponed the fight, Tank would have been like, oh man, I'm about to go to the club then. You know, I'm about to go chill, pop me a few bottles. You know what I mean?
I don't think he got the leverage to do that though. He was coming in as the B side. You always kind of, you know, coming in at a slight disadvantage. They're not gonna give the B side any advantage. It's like, hey, take this fight or else.
Yeah. But you see, Tank, I mean, Ryan saw something that I saw. He saw something and he had a good eye. But the experience, like a lot of these fighters, they don't respect their trainers, you know, and, you know, it's all about the team, you know, take a village, you know what I mean? And, you know, the Emmanuel Stewarts of the world are not here anymore. The fighters are making all the money now. And it's like, you do what I say, you know what I mean? And it's like, no, we on the same, you got to respect me as a coach. It's like I respect you as a fighter. And I just don't think these fighters respect their coaches as much as they need to. Tank respect his coach, and you could just tell. You could tell. You see they gelling. You know, Errol Spence.
And they've been they've been together forever, right?
Absolutely. Errol Spence, Derek James. But when you go from trainer to trainer, you know, Ryan Garcia, Canelo, respect his trainer. But it didn't came a point in the time now that Canelo trainer needs some help. Yeah, that ain't working no more. They ain't looking the greatest. They ain't looking the greatest, bro. You hear me? For real. And
they wasn't having some of the couple years with they stable of fighters, you know, coach of the year and stuff like that to like taking a steep dive, man.
Absolutely.
What do you think, Ryan? Where does Ryan go from here, man? I want to hear your opinion on that.
Ryan goes, you know, and fights what's the guy that Devin Haney took all the belts from? Kambosos. He fights the Kambosos, a guy with a country behind him. You know, big fight, go over there and knock out a Kambosos. Get right back in the game. Okay. And you know what I mean?
At 40?
At 40. At 40. You know, don't come in dehydrated and don't give up. Now listen, you already ain't fought in over a year. You could have told, listen, Tank and them wanted that fight a lot more than you think they wanted it. I wouldn't have gave up no pounds and I ain't fought in over a year and he just fought and he's a better fighter. I'd have told him like, bro, no rehydration clause. The man, no homo, bent over backwards for Tank. And Tank, even though he's the A-side as a fighter, you the A-side when it comes to the fans. Like you got way more followers on Instagram than Tank do. So you could have made
that. He probably make in this fight 10 times what he's ever made in his career.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
He had, I think he had 20. He had a guaranteed 2.5, and they split the pay-per-view. Is from what I'm hearing.
Okay.
So if that pay-per-view goes north of 700,000, he's looking to make probably 15 million. I don't think Ryan has ever made over 1.5 million.
Exactly. So
no, I'm taking an L for that.
You taking an L for that?
I'm taking an L. 15 million. You ain't, nobody. It ain't a lot of people making that type of money in boxing right now, or ever.
Oh yeah. Not just a handful.
Yeah.
Handful.
Yeah.
They definitely not getting it in MMA. They not getting half of that in MMA.
Right.
All right. Everybody trying to be a boxer.
And 8 out of 10 boxers are not.
Yeah. I'm not getting what now?
The people in the market, huh?
You said 8 not getting how many? You said not?
8 out of 10 boxers not getting that money. We might see the Wilders and the Furies and Canelos, the big time guys making that money.
Yeah.
But most guys not going to be able to get a payday like those 2 guys got.
Oh no, not 15. Not 15. But what I do respect from both of them guys is that they done made these other fighters step their game up. These guys fought each other in their prime. Manny Pacquiao and Floyd didn't do that. You say what now?
Yeah. Put the other guys on the clock, man. Let's get these fights made, man.
Let's get these fights made,
the heck out of both of them.
Yeah.
Because I've been slightly critical of this generation. I've been very critical of this generation, to be clear, of the lack of big fights. So I had to take my hat off to both guys, man. Both guys, to me, they both stand a little taller in my eyes right now versus what they did. And I thought they both were good. I love Tank, man. He's the most entertaining guy in boxing. If I was critical of Tank, it wasn't his skills. It was just the competition, man. And, and I don't blame the fighters, man. I know none of these guys are afraid of each other, man. It's just the politics of boxing.
That's absolutely. What do Tank go from here? I mean, I think in a fight, I'm not trying to take that from him because, give him his flowers right now. It's his time to shine. But Isaac Cruz, I think, beat Tank.
Yeah.
And
that was a tough fight, man.
Yeah. But that fight wouldn't make sense right now.
Nah, we don't want that, man. So I was talking to my homeboy today about the fight, man. And if you just try to put him in there with a couple rugged Mexicans again, you know what I mean, guys that with an inflated record and say, "Oh, this guy's a rugged guy," and you gotta keep this momentum because if you at the top of this game, that's fleeting. And that stuff can come and go really fast, man. We were all talking about Canelo as the best boxer or all-time great a year and a half ago, and he lost to Bivol, and nobody even talking about Canelo.
That's
fighting a guy we never heard of.
Yeah.
So when you sitting at the top, man, you kind of got to take advantage of it, man. So I would love to see him get in there with Haney in November or September later in this year, man. I don't know that that's gonna happen,
right?
Because I think that's an even tougher fight than Ryan was. Yeah. Not to say that Tank can't win that fight. I just think that's a tough fight because Devin Haney not gonna make the mistakes that Ryan just made. Devin Haney would be very much okay with going 12 rounds, doing putting on a boxing clinic. Not that he could, but he's not gonna get anxious and start rushing them and doing certain things to put himself in a position to get caught like that.
Right? No, he ain't. He gonna keep it fast paced. He gonna do what it takes to try to get the win.
Right, and the belt should matter, man. It should matter to Tank. Coming from old school, he should want to be undisputed. You shouldn't want to just be the most popular. The guys were in the 80s and 90s and 70s. They were the most popular because they were the best.
Yeah.
These guys seem to be more concerned with being more. It's cool to be the best, but I'm more concerned with being the most popular.
Absolutely. But and that's what's hurting the sport of boxing. I think what's gonna hurt them fighting and what might stop them from fighting each other is gonna be the little things. You gotta come in first. No, I gotta come in first. No, you gonna come in. No, no weighing this after the first day. Or it's just little knickknacks. A lot of it ain't even all about the money. It's just, no, you gonna do it this way or that way. Floyd was like that. Everything had to go his way. No, I don't like them gloves. You gotta wear pink gloves. You gotta wear green. Nope.
I'm stealing this from my homeboy Ill Will, man.
Yeah.
I think the better that this fight does, like if it does, let's say it hypothetically it does 1 million pay-per-views, that's gonna be the top pay-per-view we've seen probably since Wilder Fury, right? Over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I think it makes the fight slightly easier to make because it's a clear-cut distinction between who's the A and B side, right?
Absolutely.
So the money shouldn't be a problem. It should still be a career payday for somebody like for like Haney or Shakur.
Yeah.
But so if it's when Floyd fought, you know, it was clear he was the A side, and people still made record money for themselves, and it wasn't a fight over money because you can give Andre Berto 5-8 million, and that's twice as much as he's ever made. So it's hard to come back and be like, no, I want more money.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
do you think that now? I think if Ryan would have took a tune-up, he would have gave himself a better chance to win the fight. But I think that Ryan, with the popularity that he has, would have did a lot of better for himself if he'd have fought more fights overseas, just regular guys. He could have just built his brand up and got a little bit more experience. I think he would have really been ready for any of them. I mean, with his fan base and he got more followers than all of them. All of them might be better than him.
Does he have a boxing fan base? That's what's important. It's one thing to follow him on because Canelo has a boxing fan base, right? Yeah. And I'm not Mexican, you know what I mean? But you know how that can go. And if they don't view you as a quote unquote true Mexican, are you gonna get that boxing follow? And he's never sold a pay-per-view. So it's hard to say how popular he is in boxing terms.
Right. But Jake Paul ain't popular in boxing, but he doing numbers. He's a YouTuber.
Yeah, because he can be a millionaire on YouTube. Does that translate into pay-per-views? And that's how you get fights made.
Yeah. But I mean, Ryan, listen.
That might be true. This fight might win off the charts, right?
Yeah.
I think it's projected over 500,000, right?
Yeah.
Which is a really good number, but it's not otherworldly.
Yeah.
You know. So you hear a lot about his popularity and I don't know what that means in the sense, can he carry a car? Can he sell? Because, you know, Oscar De La Hoya was popular.
Yeah.
But he was popular for boxing.
Absolutely. I agree with you.
You know, and that doesn't mean he can't be really successful and demand some really big paydays for certain things outside of boxing. Can you put 25,000, because we're in a different world. Can you put 20,000 people in a stadium, and can you get 500 to 1 million people to buy pay-per-views? That's the test.
Yeah. But see, you ain't got to be a great fighter nowadays. You know, I mean, you got to show up when it's time to show up. But, you know, it's all about being on social media, having millions and millions of followers. And you can get the big fights over a real boxer. A real boxer who has no fan base, they're in trouble. If Tank didn't use Floyd and Floyd didn't use Tank, Tank wouldn't be the superstar that he is now. Both guys needed each other. Tank had that power. Floyd had that power. And what I mean is Floyd had the power with the influence. Tank had that power with knocking guys out. Perfect match.
Match made in heaven.
Match made in heaven. There you go. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. Now Ryan Garcia, I think. No, I was just gonna say, I think Oscar and them, I mean, you know, sacrifice is a big word, but we're gonna say it boxing terms. They sacrificed a Ryan Garcia, swim or drown. If you swim, I'm back. Because when Canelo left, Golden Boy has been suffering since Al Heyman took all his fighters.
Yeah. Man, I think that this was a good move for them, man, because I don't think Ryan, you know, a lot of guys take big L's after a loss. I don't think he does.
Okay.
I think he could step right back in there. I think his popularity will only grow with this fight.
Yeah.
Because he didn't get put to sleep. He got hit with a body shot, which I heard rumblings like, oh, that's soft. I'm like, look, I got in there and sparred with your son on some light sparring, right?
Yeah.
And he barely touched me. You know what I mean? And it feels like death.
Yeah.
So if you never been in there, you never got if you never got hit in the body or the liver, I don't think nobody got the right to say he shouldn't have been that hurt, man. I'd rather get punched in the face.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're right. Man.
But I don't think his popularity wanes because of this, man. I think he can go to 40 if he can pick up a title. If I'm them, I'm careful. I'm not putting them in there with Regis Prograis right away. I'm hopefully, some of those titles from that Josh Taylor TO fight kind of dissolve and end up in the win. And he can pick up a real title against a guy. Because he's one guy that haven't really had the opportunity to pick up an easy title.
Yeah.
I don't want to say any title is easy, but some guys, fight for a vacant title and stuff like that, right?
Right.
So if he can go pick up a title at 40 and, defend it against a couple of times and work his way up to a Prograis or work his way up to a Josh Taylor, I don't think he should take one of those fights. Yeah. I think he should probably take 3 fights before he's ready for one of those guys.
Right. What about a Frank Martin? Frank Martin
down at 35, man. But no, that's a good fight. I like Frank Martin a lot, man. I got the pleasure of meeting him at that last fight in Detroit, man. I like him a lot. I think that's a good fight, but I think he's done with 35, and I don't know what Frank Martin. I think he's still got a lot of time at 35, or even if he's maxed out at that way.
Yeah, but the catch weights is what's up now. That's the best weight in the division. The catch weight, Yeah, and for the opportunity.
Go fight at 40. I'm sure Frank Martin would take that fight in a heartbeat.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying. But I don't think Oscar would do it. I don't think. What about Terrence Crawford? Do you think Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence fight then really sunk a whole lot more now that Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis stepped to the plate? I'm not even that pressed to see that fight no more now that these guys
because you heard the rumblings that it was supposed to be announced last night at the fight, then it didn't get announced.
Yeah.
If this didn't do it or the lead up to this didn't do it, I don't know what will. I don't know what the holdup is. It's the most baffling thing in sports.
Yeah.
And I'm so frustrated with it, man. They had that June 17th date park. I kind of cleared out my schedule thinking we might be able to get that fight, but I'm losing about an hour. If things don't get announced by the end of this week, I don't think it's happening. Or do you have to do September or November?
But SBU did put me up on it though. I hadn't known. I didn't know that Terrence Crawford actually signed with Oscar.
Is that true? I heard rumblings of that. I don't know how true that. I'm not refuting that. I didn't know that actually happened.
Yeah, I saw him in the office, in the Golden Boy office. I mean, maybe it's a 1 fight, 2 fight, contract deal. But
I did see that. I didn't know. I didn't know that he signed. I thought maybe he just shopping deals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if he did, I think him having a promoter increases his chance of getting a fight made. Because Terrence Crawford is probably the best boxer in the world. Yeah. He don't appear to be the greatest businessman.
Well, I don't know. He robbed that other promoter with 1 fight for $10 million.
Yeah, for sure, man. But if you don't make this $20 million fight, you know what I mean? You missed $10 million.
That's true. Hey, that's true. I don't know if Fred can hear us. Fred. I think Fred disappeared. But that was my man's Fred from The Contenders. You remember The Contenders season 2? Yeah, he was on season 2.
Yeah.
Fred, yeah, I think we having a bad connection, so I don't know.
Yeah.
They might have to come on Tuesday, man, him and my cousin. Shout out to Fortune 500. Fred, can you hear me?
What's up, fellas? What's up?
Oh, man. That's Tayon. I was just telling Tayon about my man's Fred. It's my dog right here, Tay. So you can hear? Fred, you can hear us? Uh-oh. Fred, can you hear us? Uh-oh. Stop it. It's over. Oh, no, he can't hear us, SB. He had to come back in. Oh, man, so you got to go? I mean, you about to go on a date or something, man, or what? Or it's on a hush-hush?
No, I got some lunch plans, dinner plans, man.
Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah, I've been messing up, man.
I could definitely go to 7:30, though. I got some time.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're Tuesday. I hope you're available 9 p.m., man.
No, I can do it.
9 p.m., yeah. We got to finish talking about this because, this might be a rush job. I know you got something to do, man. It's a last minute thing. My daughter had gymnastics, man. She she did her thing, man. So it was a wonderful day. Yeah, you got any of your boys gonna ever do any little boxing training? You said you was gonna bring them to the gym.
Yeah, man. I've been doing this football stuff is kind of taking over, man. We've been doing it off-season training, so I'm trying to, because I want to bring them on Saturday, but we've been doing the 7-on-7 stuff on Friday because I help coach his football team, so that's been kind of taking over my weekend.
That's a good thing. Oh, listen, ain't no better coach than Dad. I tell you.
Yeah. We need that boxing, man. That boxing to take it to the next level.
Yeah. No. All is well. That's good. That's good. Yep. So yeah, man. So what's the numbers? What numbers you think it's gonna actually do for Tank Davis? You think it's gonna do 2 million views, 2 million buys?
No, I think it'll be lucky to do 1 million.
Oh yeah, you don't think it's gonna do 1 million? Lucky to do it all. Guaranteed million.
I think it's gonna be between 700,000 and 1 million, but probably closer to the lower number.
Okay. Do you think
it's a lot of pirates, man? It's a lot of piracy. It's just a different world with pay-per-views nowadays.
Yeah. Do you think that Floyd really, is really supporting Tank, or do you think it's just he got to be in the camera?
I don't even know what's going on right now with them because Mayweather technically didn't promote that fight. It was nothing on there, so I don't know. I don't know what their relationship, what Leonard Ellerbe was up there doing, other than irking my soul, but that's a whole nother subject.
That's right. No, you real talk.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's weird because you heard all the rumblings about them not working together, then they happen to be there, kind of promoting the fight, but not promoting the fight.
Yeah.
If I was guessing, I think this is just a guess. I have no background information in Tank. Sometimes Mayweather light shine a little too bright, or he's taking up too much of the attention, and he's not the groom.
Yeah,
Tank the groom. And sometimes you want to see the promoter not be the star, and it's like, hey Mayweather, maybe don't wear 30 chains.
Yeah,
maybe just wear 2 chains.
Exactly, that's true.
Maybe not take all the attention. Maybe don't refer to yourself. And Floyd is my all-time favorite fighter. You know what I mean? But you got to put on a different role. As a promoter, it feels like this is just, I get the feeling that Tank like, look, I want to do business with y'all, but I need y'all to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you're right. No, you absolutely right. You're right. Hey, what my man say? If you wanna, what I'm saying, don't want the producer all in the video. Come to death row. Absolutely.
But I think Tank wouldn't be where he at without Floyd either. I want to give Floyd his credit.
That's
they
true.
did a tremendous job building up Tank. Tank had to do his part in the ring, but they put him on the largest pay-per-view in history.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You don't see that a lot. Nowadays, pay-per-views, because of the boxing politics, can't have good undercards because you don't have money to go around. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So you seen guys like Canelo get built up off of Mayweather pay-per-views, and Tank get built up, and Danny Garcias of the world, those guys came up on them undercards, and now they're not really doing that anymore. They're not showcasing guys anymore. These guys are getting main event slots at 20 years old with 10 fights.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And so now you giving a guy $800,000 at 20, he not gonna be on the fourth. You can't make him the fourth guy on the undercard because he's making so much money.
That's true.
And I'm happy that it's like this because I'm happy that I love to see the fighters make as much money as possible, but it make getting these fights made more difficult.
Absolutely. The world is so crazy, and this is definitely something that I thought about, and I said, man, in this world it would actually do numbers, and it might crack you up, but Will Smith versus Chris Rock, if they fought each other on pay-per-view,
it'll sell the most pay-per-views.
It'll sell the most pay-per-views of all time. I guarantee you they'll do at least 10 million buys. 10 million buys. I mean, if you see, and if Will Smith was really training, Chris Rock really training, he doing, he's clowning, he real funny, so he clowning him and saying what he gonna do. Oh man,
We seeing the circus shows. I mean, it's evident with Jake Paul. I don't know the numbers, how much pay-per-views he's really selling, but he's a top 5 star in boxing, and he's not a boxer.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he's a boxer because I think he's really dedicating himself and really trying. But to be honest, he couldn't beat a mid-level boxer. He couldn't really beat a low-level boxer.
Absolutely.
You know.
I know we got 5. You got 5 minutes. You said you're gonna be going in 5 minutes because you got a date or something to do in 5 minutes. I want to ask you: is Charleston White too real for TV?
Oh, yes. If I had to give you a quick answer, he get into the world. He keep it 100. He keep it 100. Sometimes he go a little. He gonna go over the top with it, but he way too real for TV.
Wow.
Way too real.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Yep. I'm trying to. Yeah, man. And then I mean, how could you actually, with one eye, talk so much mess, man? You ain't even. You basically handicapped.
Right.
Man, he got to really watch it.
Yeah.
You got to really. I'm trying to put Fred in this boy, but let's try to put him in one more time. SB, we can't get him on. We trying to get you on, Fred, man. I know you watching everything, but Fred, can you hear us? Fred, can you hear us? See what I'm saying? That's the thing. Bad connection. Huh? Let me text him. Yeah. Oh, hey, look. Hey, Tate, don't he look like the mafia? He look like a killer. Let me text Tate. Let me text him. Right. We can't hear you, sir. Hear you. Well, we can hear you. Exactly. Hold on. We can hear you, but you can't hear us. Come on the show. Come on Tuesday. 9 p.m. Yep. I hit you up on here, Fred. Yeah, I hope he can read sign languages. Yeah. Tay, my man, Tay. Tay, man, what's up with Dan, man?
I miss being on K9, man. We gotta, you know what I mean? I've been waiting to do this and get to kick it when I come out and train, man. But it's nothing like this.
I gotta behave, man. I gotta get together. I'm trying. SB, I'm trying.
Hey, if we could switch the subject, man, what you think about Lomachenko Haney, man, coming up in May?
Oh, you know what? I'm happy that Lomachenko actually did fight a fight in between. So, I mean, now it's all about that weight clause again. Is he going to have to be hydrated? Is he too little? It's going to be all about the weight.
I didn't hear any of that.
But is he naturally the smaller guy? If he's the same size as Haney, I still give Haney the victory. Because, man, Haney is hungry. And Haney got that, he has that will to win like Mayweather. I think the top 2 guys with the will to win is Tyson Fury, Devin Haney.
Don't forget about Shakur.
Shakur, I don't think they got the will to win as much as Haney and Fury. Fury almost got killed and got up and fought the boogeyman. And everybody, their mom was scared to fight him. He was the first guy to fight him, and it was a draw. He really beat him.
He won.
And then, and then Devin Haney, that he been around Mayweather so long, so much. He's just like, he remind me. I'm not saying he's exactly like a Kobe Bryant compared to a Michael Jordan, but he want to be like Mayweather so bad. He wants to be the reincarnation of him. So he trained so hard. He trained real hard. He don't got the same skills, but the will to win.
Is it shocking that they didn't sign with Mayweather?
Oh no, his daddy. I'm not shocked because if his daddy wasn't in his life, he would have signed with him. But his daddy, like, bro, he look up to his daddy anytime. He got a tattoo of his daddy on his leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, I'm not surprised. His daddy, his daddy know the game.
No.
Know the game.
I told you. It sounds like. Do you like Haney more than Shakur?
Shakur, I think Shakur's a better fighter. He got more skills. But I think the will to win, whoever Devin Haney get in the ring with, he got to get a good chance to beat any of them because he gonna train the hardest.
Who you picking between them two?
Between Haney
and that might set up. That might be next.
I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick. Right now, I'm gonna pick Haney.
Because of size.
Because he gonna pity pat his way to the victory. He gonna throw more punches. Bop, 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 bop. He gonna figure out a way. Bop. He gonna move. Bop, bop, bop. He gonna speed. He gonna throw more punches.
All right, look like somebody Lomachenko here, man, in the chat.
They what they say?
Yeah, so I think Lomachenko still gets it done. Yeah, we don't want to start talking about another fight because that ain't a pushover, man.
It ain't.
Unless he, because the media gonna try to say he washed if he lose, right? Oh, he's old. He was fighting in a war. He was fighting on the front line of a war. You got shot 10 times. You know how they try to do.
Shakur, one of them guys though. Back to Shakur, he one of them guys that look real good early on, but then fade at the end.
Really?
Man, you go look at a few of his last, well, not his last fight, but a couple of fights before that. He was looking like dynamite, like JJ would say.
He looked good at 35, man. He looked good at 35 in his last fight.
Yeah. But, I mean, the fight before that, man, he came out sharp. Then all you kept hearing was, boo!
He didn't make weight in that last fight, did he?
I don't know.
I think he lost his title on the scale. So that's
okay. I got you. Maybe that what it was then. But I mean, you can't look good all the time. Look at the guy Boost Enos. Remember that fight he had when he stuck out the place, and they were saying he could beat Errol Spence and Crawford on the same
his
day.
buzz was at an all-time high, and then it was like, oh,
absolutely,
for sure.
Yeah. So you can have those moments. Styles make fights, but I think listen, now that Tank done got rid of Ryan, I think Tank beats them all.
Yeah.
Now, who you think gonna win between?
You think Tank beats them all? You take Tank over? Okay.
Oh yeah. I don't think Shakur got the experience. He's always the A side. Everybody he got in the ring with, he was the A side, and he was supposed to win. Who have you been in the ring with when you just didn't really know?
Who have Tank been in the ring with that you didn't really know?
I mean, Isaac Cruz actually beat him, and he got experience from that though.
His name is Eastside Cruz. So we don't even know this guy's name.
Hey. Well,
Eastside Cruz, he was a throw-in. We're not about to sit up here and make it seem like he was a guy.
Stop it.
Maybe we know. He was a tough guy. He did good against Gamboa. I saw him in person. He's a good guy. He's a good little fighter. Yeah. Right? But we can't use him as a guy that came in as a 50-50 fighter.
Okay. What about now? Shane Mosley was past his prime, but Floyd still fought Shane Mosley. What did Shane Mosley do to Floyd? Stop it! You almost knocked him out.
Yeah, and he got shut out for the rest of the fight.
Yeah. But nobody remembers just the flat out shutout. They showed her that almost him getting knocked out, Floyd.
You know how great you got to be to where it's a highlight just to get punched hard.
Yeah. I understand it. In the gym, I get hit with a jab, and they be like, "Ooh, oh my God!" Like, what about everything I did to you or did to him? When you got a target on you.
And 9 rounds to 3.
Absolutely.
And all we talk about is the 2 solid punches you
land. Yep.
That shows his greatness because it was 49 other people that couldn't land that shot.
Yeah.
Mike Donald landed a real solid crisp one.
Oh yeah. No. Me saying that is to say, Gamboa. I mean, he fought Gamboa. Tank fought Gamboa. He wasn't the same Gamboa, but look at the Gamboa that almost knocked out Terrence Crawford. That's the same Gamboa that fought Tank.
Yeah, no, that was a good victory. It was a good victory. Gamboa was probably only like 45 when they fought. You know what I mean?
Stop.
You don't know There's no way to prove how old he actually is.
Oh man, do you agree that 50 Cent actually messed his career up?
Gamboa?
Yeah, Gamboa and Andre Durrell and James Kirkland.
Nah, I wouldn't blame. How good was he though? Is the question.
Man, Gamboa was a beast.
I mean, his best years were spent in Cuba, right?
Yeah. I mean, he was winning belts before he signed with
he was a great fighter, but if Gamboa turns pro 6-7 years earlier, we probably get some more prime out of Gamboa.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, that's
get what
true.
I'm
That's
saying?
true. They be fighting. Yeah, they do turn
A
pro.
lot of those Cuban guys go through wars year after year,
Yeah.
fighting in multiple Olympics. Man,
Yeah.
you get those guys and they 29 years old, 30 years. Look at Tank being a champion or a high level fighter for 6 years now.
Yeah.
Imagine if he was still fighting in amateurs.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
So I think some of it is out of his control. So I don't blame Gamboa. He had a really good career.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So his defense was never up to par.
Yeah. But man, go look. Who gave Terence Crawford his hardest fight today?
That guy that dropped him a couple years ago.
Who that? Gamboa.
Gamboa gave him a fight.
Gamboa, man, the blueprint.
Yeah, Gamboa he buzzed Crawford, man. He buzzed.
And we talking about a Gamboa that was on the shelf.
Yeah.
On the shelf.
For sure. No, for sure.
Yeah.
At 35.
At 35.
That's why when you say that Spence Crawford, man, they say people like, oh, it's just Crawford. I'm like, man.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. And you know what? I think that Mayweather was holding Tank back. Tank wasn't like Mayweather. He didn't want to fight just this guy and no, let's not go and fight this guy. Let's fight this. He wanted to fight the real. He wanted to fight the real ones. Everybody, but Floyd was no. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get my money
for sure.
so being at that contract, he feel like I can breathe now. You know what I mean?
I got more control over what I do, and he's saying the right stuff. He's saying, "Hey, give me Shakur, give me Haney, give me." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I hope because within the next 30 days, all those guys will be free, right?
Yes.
Shakur just fought, Haney about to fight, Tank just fought yesterday. So let's see what he actually do next, because you know this is Devin's last fight on Top Rank. Okay. He can go anywhere.
Yeah.
You know that fight could just be made.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but we're gonna see if they try to talk themselves out for who get the walkout first or who gets the
There you go. That divas. Yeah. Man, you want to be diva. Right. Hey, listen, I think listen, after that performance Tank had last night, I don't think nobody trying to bark up his street. Nobody. None of them guys. None of them.
You take it. I'm not Tank. I had him really highly touted, and I think of him even higher after that fight.
Yeah.
But the eye test, I still like. I think some of Tank's earlier fights were fool's gold.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because of him, right? Because of the people he was necessarily fighting.
Yeah.
But I think right now what we get from Tank yesterday was like 10 karat gold, and I still think it's more to show against better competition.
Yeah. You talking about Tank?
Tank.
Yep. And don't get me wrong, I give Tank credit for what he did, but I give actually Ryan Garcia just as much credit for taking that fight, because the fight don't get made if Ryan gonna take that fight.
For sure.
Yeah, because the rest of them wasn't gonna take that fight. They can talk all they want to talk. The promoters, the managers, the networks was not gonna allow Shakur Stevenson, Top Rank, to go over there and fight Tank Davis. Devin Haney was not about to put all his belts on the line to fight Tank Davis. Ryan Garcia was like, huh?
You don't think Devin takes that fight with Tank?
No, not. If he had a chance to fight his very next fight, he wasn't gonna fight against Tank. He rather fight an older, declining, what's his name? Lomachenko. Yeah. Then no, not no Devin.
I don't think he had the leverage to make the fight because he don't have the control in the sense that
he got all the belts. All the belts. Who don't got the control?
I'm saying he's still fighting under Top Rank.
No, but you gotta remember he the boss though. He's not actually controlled by them. They did a 1-fight, 2-fight contract deal. Three fight contract deal. Yep.
So he had 2 with Kambosos and he had 1 more left with them. He signed a bad deal.
Okay.
Because he wanted the opportunity to fight for Undisputed.
I got you. Oh, so that Gamboa fight. I got you. He bent over. Yeah, I got you.
So he had to Top Rank control his next 3 fights.
I got you.
He did the fight with Kambosos.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, it makes sense.
After this fight, he's a free agent and he can go wherever.
Okay.
That's why they would love to see Lomachenko win to keep those belts at top rank.
Oh
to
yeah.
eventually get them
Oh
over
yeah.
the
The fix is in. Don't let it be close. Hey, listen. Bob is as worse as Don King. They talk about Don King. Bob the same. Manny Pacquiao didn't lose to Jeff Horn. Stop it. He didn't lose to Tim Bradley. Man, come on, man. But guess what? And they was about to try to sacrifice him to Terrence Crawford. But he was smart enough to see that. He's like, I'm gone. Beep, beep. He was gone.
What you think about him talking about, and I'll make this my last point before I have to run,
about
Pacquiao talking about fighting Conor Benn.
Conor Benn. Oh, I think, man, listen, I don't think that Manny Pacquiao should have retired. I think Manny Pacquiao just took the wrong fight. How do you prepare for a southpaw and then in 2 days you fight an orthodox fighter? I mean, all the air was just out the balloon. He was like, I
don't think he got it.
I don't think he got it. I think he do. I think, yeah, style. I think he was prepared. I think he just won nothing but big fights.
I think that's the fighter in you coming out.
Yeah. No. I really do. I really think that Errol Spence would have made him wake up. He wanted that fight. When you go from Errol Spence to whoever this guy's name is, it ain't the same.
You're Dennis Ugas.
Ugas. Yeah, come on, man. You like, you with a chance to fight, like for instance, right now, Pacquiao get up. A chance to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. He would get up for that fight. Not saying he would win, but he'd get up for that fight faster than he'd get up for a fight against Conor Benn. He looking for the big names. He feel like he's been cheated, and I think he got a little bit left, especially with doing them exhibitions. Manny Pacquiao don't go around messing with drugs and none of that. He stay playing basketball. He's a lot fresher than an average guy at his age. But he got to fight the right fights. That's all, the right fights. He still got, I think, 2-3 good fights in him. But he got
in my opinion, the right fights for him would be exhibition fights. Because you can't fight a 3-round fight. 3-minute rounds. He only giving you a minute of those. You know what I mean? Young guy coming forward, man. It's gonna be a tough night for him, man.
Yeah.
At his peak for 1 minute, he'll give anybody hell, right? But those other 2 minutes of those rounds, man, he just fade, just to have the stamina to do it at a sustained period of time. That's where I think he gonna fall off. But if he was fighting 2-minute rounds, man, I think he can fight. He could be a world champion.
Father Time is undefeated, but like I say, the exhibitions will get you lined up and get you sharp for a real fight. If he fight the right kind of fights, he'd be okay. He ain't gonna beat now that he done lost to the other guy and his wife told him retire and he left and he coming back and he done became president. Now Errol Spence will tear him up, or Terrence Crawford will tear him up. But a Conor Benn, I don't think so. Gervonta Davis, I think he get Gervonta Davis problems because Gervonta Davis will have to fight him at 147. And so he'll be a lot slower. If Manny Pacquiao show us that he got something left, he'd have to at least fight Conor Benn and knock Conor Benn out. We'd be like, oh, now we're going to start trying to drug test him again. Like, man, that man 50 years old and knocking guy, come on, man, he on them roids. and man, listen, Bernard Hopkins, he fine. You know what I say? What you age with wine, or you find, what's the word when you say you find you age with wine?
Yeah.
Or black don't crack. Let's say that.
I don't want to see these guys are my heroes, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to see K9 get hurt. I don't want to see Manny Pacquiao get. This is just me as a
Roy
fan.
Jones.
I don't want to see it, man. I got y'all. Y'all guys got out there. Y'all put it on the line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We as fans, it's like, no, I want to protect that, man. Y'all. I don't want to. See a guy go out on his face, man. And a lot of times with fighters, y'all are different human beings. To go in there and take a punch and come back for more. You got to be special to do that, right?
No, you're right.
The way y'all built is nothing in y'all to feel like y'all can't do.
That's true. I just think, man, Pacquiao, Styles make fights, and now you put Pacquiao in there with one of these young killers. You know, at their weight class, like you let him fight against Gervonta Davis at 140, he gonna be in trouble. But you know, let Gervonta Davis ain't fought in a year, and Pacquiao go fight at Conor McBean, and then Gervonta Davis go fight him at 147, something like that. You know what I mean? With not being no stipulations, because one thing about Manny Pacquiao, he be having a lot against him. They gonna make sure you gotta fight him in his country. You gotta do this. You gotta, just like what Ryan Garcia just did. No hydration clause. No, you can't wear them gloves. You gotta get drug tested right before you step in the ring. Your wife can't. This just be a lot going against Manny Pacquiao. He ain't, in my life, I mean, in my opinion, he haven't been given the fairest chances in his career,
especially with his status.
Yeah, absolutely. He won more world titles and multiple weight divisions in the history of boxing. No one ever do that.
True. No, we'll never see that again.
Nah, we'll never see that. And I don't think it was steroids either. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Well, you try to go up heavyweight and see how that works.
Hey, did it again, who knows? Appreciate you, my dog. Hey. Yeah. Enjoy yourself, my guy. And one love to you. I see you Tuesday. Yeah. It's on and popping.
Yeah.
9 p.m.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell your boy, was that Vincent, right?
Yes.
Tell Vince I said what's up, and Dan.
Yeah. Ringo. Yeah.
Ringo. Yeah. All right, man. Enjoy yourself, man. Don't hurt nobody.
Yeah. All right, champ.
All
right, peace.
You got any social media? Oh, what's that now? Oh, he gone. Yeah. Well, hey, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for tapping in. Special edition of the recap, K9 Boxing. We had a special guest, Tayon. Unfortunately, we couldn't get my cousin on the line and Fred Carey on the line, but they will be on 9 p.m. Eastern time Tuesday for a special edition of the Dog Pound Live. Shout out to y'all for tapping in. One love. I appreciate y'all. Much love to everybody and good night. Stop it. It's over. Appreciate y'all for tapping in too last night. We did it. 262,000. Stop it. Good night, y'all. It's over.